Yo, we are doing a Diamond Soldier VOD. It has been so long since I've got to do a Soldier VOD. It is one of my absolute favorite heroes in the game. So, first things first is how do we approach this map? Route 66 is a decent amount of relatively long-range sightlines, and looking at our enemy team, we have a close-range flanker, close-range brawl/poke, medium range, and close-range duelist. So this means that Soldier is going to be taking on the poke role. We are going to be playing more like an Ashe than anything. So, if any, I would say probably playing here is not a bad idea, and then jumping off and kind of anticipating the Sombra and the Doom flank. Now, I know you don't know that like off the bat, but just kind of, hindsight's 2020. You can also play up on this height here a little bit more conservatively, but nonetheless, let's see what we do. Okay, so we go and we take this high ground. This might be a little bit late, but we'll see. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, you got the element of surprise on him, but ultimately you're not going to win. Don't do it again, no! Yeah, I mean, you're bound to get cooked there. Not necessarily because of the Sombra, but just the decision-making here to continually put yourself face-to-face with these close-range heroes. Just chill over here. Just see what's going on, get some information, and then determine what your playstyle should be. If you're going to approach here, just crouch. Do a little sneak a little bit. If anything, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't approach, granted that we know that there's a Sombra now. Because that's going to happen. So you're just kind of bound to die, but hey, you got the pick. Be sneaky, be sneaky. Okay, look what he didn't turn on to you. Yeah, no, not a bad flank at all. And I would say don't give it up either. We don't give it up. Nice, good stuff. Like, they're low HP? Yeah, you can clean this up for sure. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, that was a good approach. It took a second for the mechanics to get there, but I like what I saw. And that's how you're going to be playing Soldier here. Is you're going to sit on high ground, and you're just going to kind of pummel damage into people. Now you can go up and you can take a little bit more space, but not too much. Right? Just stay on this high ground. Oh, you even play an even longer sightline on this. I like that. Right? Because that's the thing about Soldiers. You can be extremely creative with your angles, and you can control parts of the map that a lot of people just can't. I would say if you're starting to get cooked here, don't be afraid to just chill behind cover for a second. Spam, I need healing, annoy the hell out of this grandma. Or you let your biotic pad do its thing, and then peek out again. Because that Cassidy started to miss his last two shots, but if he didn't, you would have been dead again. Nice. Yeah, now push up, push up. Yeah, look at that, good pick. That's a little bit much. You can chill here, and you can see if you can get the Juno from here. If not, you can turn around and you can pressure the Doomfist, but I wouldn't be so quick to go on low ground and isolate or stuff like that. And really, just kind of the deciding factor for your positioning here is going to be that Sombra. Right, yeah, you could set up, but ultimately, if you do and you go out too far, the Sombra's just going to kill you. Now, you got your Bastion with you here, so you got a little bit of padding. And that's why I don't really mind this. But yeah, like, since you revealed your position here, it was very easy for, Big Fist Man to just kind of come up and tap you. Like, it was easy. If anything, go out here, put your pressure, and then when you see that the enemy is starting to approach or that they're in range like this, just go. Just run for the hills. Because even if they come up here and they take this space, you bait out cooldowns and you get, albeit how minimal, you get value from that.
I love some dirt on it. Let's go.
And now we're just staggering. You can blame your teammate for that, yeah, no, not gonna happen. Just chill here. Visor isn't great, but you don't want to do it at the very end of a fight. Visor's kind of like a early fight, have a good angle, put out the pressure, or late fight timed with another ult like Nano or Valk or something like that. That just kind of allows you to get that extra pressure that you wouldn't be able to previously. Okay, so big boy flank. Not that it's bad, right? Because it allows you to kind of get the pick on the Cassidy there. But I would say, once again, consider the composition. It's fine, though. I really like it because it's late fight. They feel like they can get point here. Oh, my God. It's just, yeah, it's Doomfist. What are you going to do? Yeah, no, I mean, you should have just, like, hit an instant 180 and jumped around this corner. I don't know, man. But no. With the, I like that wide flank, but that's generally the kind of flank you do when the enemy team doesn't have the range. Sorry, it doesn't have the mobility advantage on you, because they can chase you down. I would just stay on this high ground, honestly. Like, this is, it's the same scenario. It's like, you are the poke hero now. Soldier has that adaptability, so you got to figure out where he's strongest in those scenarios. You can just chill up here, and then if Doomfist gets on top of you, or if Sombra gets on top of you, then you can drop down with your team. Oh, you're still alive. See, like, this just feels clunky.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Alright, know where the Sombra is, maybe even position with your Brigitte. Sure. I think right now it's good flanks. You just give up your positional advantage when you drop down. Even if that means you don't see them entirely, like, you just being on that angle is creating value. Sorry, I got a notification. We're just kind of like out in the open here, right? Just play behind the corner. But I like the position. Or if anything, if you find the opportunity or have the time, go all the way and set up over here. Like, you have legs, and that way you can be on a very long range sight line and nobody can punish you, unless they want to go to the ends of the earth for it. It's just you're in way too accessible position for these close range heroes. Happens. Right, you had to take the fight here. Oh, hold up, we get a pick. Yeah, nice. Wow, they are hungry for you. Okay. Yeah, right, you just swap Tracer. Make all your problems go away. Actually, Tracer isn't that great right now. Now, right here, this is a scenario where no matter what angle you take, you are going to be pressured. But him sitting over here and dealing with you is more value than him sitting on point and, you know, and capping. Yeah, I mean, I think it's the same thing. The Visor's just kind of too late fight, and it didn't look like you necessarily had anything to Visor. Ooh, nice, good aim. Also, I'm kind of noticing a tendency to shoot, get your damage, and then try to finish off with helix. Both work, whether or not you open with helix or you close with helix. It's about the scenario. And I would say more than, 70% of the time, you want to be... Oh, we took the stim perk back. I didn't even notice that. I mean, I noticed it, but I didn't, acknowledge it. I mean, this is just overextension, right? Our team's playing over here, and we're all the way up here. If if it's a brawl comp or a poke comp we're fighting against, fine, but not the scenario we're in. Because of the stim perk, you do lose your sustainability, but it allows you to get that little bit extra speed, and it allows you to run while you're healing. So I think that's a smart decision, with the dive comp that we have here. Honestly, either of the perks work out nicely. Let me see that again, sorry. I would say, yeah, walking up and approaching this, especially after we see our Brigitte to die, it's like, look for advantage, look for parts of the map that you can swing rather than parts of the map that you can push, right? We can go here, we can swing around here, or we can go here, we can go up to this high ground, which is albeit a little bit risky, but we have a health pack and we're able to drop down with our team. Oh, we live. My bad. Enjoyed the stim perk. Oh, risky. You win it though. Good, because he didn't have his resource there. Unfortunate. Wait, do we... Okay. I was like, we lose with that beat for sure, but apparently not. Field visor. Yeah, you got that, you got that.
Meteor strike.
Oh, you're just too good. You're just too good. He's cracked out. What a play. And we almost get a 5K. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it was like last point for fight there. You got the rally, and then you just started pelting them. All right. So now that we're on attack, we can be a little bit more, divey. We can take more off angles, but we still want to be considerate of the close range heroes that we are fighting. So that means we're going to try to control this high ground. Maybe we can flank through this door here, but you want to be a little bit careful about that because that's probably where the Sombra is going to reside. And then really it's a matter of just kind of controlling this row of high ground here. So we just kind of play cart, which actually isn't a terrible decision, but because that way, see, they're trying to control this high ground, and you don't really have to deal with that. And then you can swing right around like this and get your long-range sight line. So that was actually, I think that was a very smart play positionally. But I would say now you have the advantage. You don't have to be on cart anymore. You can run up on this Doomfist. You can start to take the high ground, but I just need to see some kind of angle. I just got to see something. Even here. No! Oh, okay, you're taking this high ground. Alright. I thought you were going back to sit on cart for a sec. I was like, whoa, what the hell? So yeah, I mean, this isn't bad, right? Because actually, if you went wide around this way, you might have got stuck like in an isolated duel with the Sombra. And we're probably going to get punished for playing on cart here. Maybe not. Yeah, I know. If the hog just gets deleted like that. Right, yeah, okay, you can just kind of burn it up. But generally speaking, Soldier doesn't do that great on cart. And like a better team, when they see that, and they're just going to, they're going to isolate you, and they're going to burn you down in no time. But honestly, if it works, it works. It's like, I mean, I don't want to, grind in the same thing too much. Personally, on Soldier, I'd be here by now. Like you always, even though we are like I've been kind of grinding in the whole it's close range heroes, so you don't want to be taking too many alpha angles or swinging too wide. But this would be completely fine. This does not isolate you. You will have line of sight on your supports. It puts you on the high ground, and it allows you to see like where the enemy team is going to approach from. And now that they don't have a Doomfist anymore, you can actually be a lot more, not a lot more, but you can be relatively more liberal with your positioning. Now this is a little bit crazy, but actually, I don't mind it. I think this is pretty smart. And this is like the fun way to play Soldier. I would say if you open with your helix there, you have a much better advantage. Let me see. Notice this? Right, because you sitting there and shooting at him like that gives him time to react and take cover. Also, do it on the high ground, because this way it is much easier for you to hit your shots, and then you can run across this here, and you can actually get instant sightline on your support. But now we're isolated, right? It's the drawback of taking that flank, but I don't think it was a terrible idea. All right. Probably lose this team fight. Maybe not. All right, go set up somewhere. Sure, good. All right, now go set up again. Whoa, don't drop on high ground. Don't drop on the low ground though. Go take an angle, or just chill here. Even this is fine. And then just sitting up, getting that pick, because you could totally kill that Sombra. Or even you could do this again. You could absolutely do this again. But even if you just sit here and you hide for a sec, and you find the perfect opportunity on this Lucy or the perfect opportunity on this Cassidy, and then you can kind of time your engagement with your diva. Also, just kind of random fun fact: you can play here. It's not super great because you can get isolated, but it's just a nice little unorthodox angle for you to go on. So we go through here like this way, but then we just kind of have, it's the same issue with our previous flank where it's like we don't have the information, and it's going to leave us at a disadvantage fighting all the people who are going to be on high ground here. All right, now we have visor. Take an angle, pop it, and don't fight for your life with it. Good. Boom, you even got a pick from it. Visor's not a good ultimate, but so like even like bits of value like that are good enough. I think the way you did it was a little bit like hasty. You didn't like know what you were seeing, but still I think it works. It's good. Sure. Go set up again. This might be a little bit head-on. Careful about getting yourself caught up against the Sombra. That's a good, you know, pincer between your you and your Mei. And then try and control this space. You can punish the Sombra who's not paying attention. Nice. That was a really good angle. Now go swing wide. Yeah, because this way you have a much longer range sightline now. And you're not entirely isolated from your team either. And now you're just gonna do, you know, Vexta things. Oh, and then we even take the high ground. Sure. I think these are really good, kind of like natural progression of the flank. Yeah, keep going, keep going. Or fight the Sombra. I didn't even hear her. Easy kill. Now keep going on the high ground. Don't drop down! No! Go here. I'm just gonna make the thumbnail in big text. Stay on the high ground.
I'm not taking prisoners today.
No. Now it's too late. Now you just gotta go.
I've got you in my
Oh my god, not the visor. I will be impressed if you guys end up winning this fight off of that. If you like somehow push cart, yeah. It was just, the fight was lost. Alright. And we take the Simplet again, sure. Whatever you fancy. But please, for the love of God, go on the high ground. Give yourself this sightline. Give yourself this advantage. It's so easy for you to get up here. Good. You flipped off here. I'm gonna say you gotta handle that Sombra. And I mean, it's just what happens when you play on main. Fucking, I just need you to look at yourself for a minute here. He's playing in the middle of the map, man. Where all the damage is going. And he actually survives for a relatively long time, just kind of sitting on main. But that is like the #1 thing that I want to see different. Oh, yeah, play off that ante. Good stuff, good stuff. Maybe we can't take the high ground now because there are people contesting it. Oh, but we punished the Sombra. Love to see it. Now, angle. Now, right, play off the wall. Okay, that's fine. Don't need to take it. You know, some kind of angle here. Just chill. Good. Now, angle. I don't care if it's the very end of the game. Just go on some kind of off angle. But don't run in front of the hog. Just go around here. Set up. Do this. So much better. So much better.
I've got you in my sights.
Yeah. Okay, so really all I care about is take the high ground. No matter what. Well, maybe not no matter what, but you almost always want to be on the high ground. If there's not somebody who is actively there that can test you off it, you just got to fight for it. Also, look at the enemy team comp and determine, do I need to play long range or do I need to play short range? If you're going against a Diva or a Genji, you need to play long range like an Ashe. If you're playing against an Ashe or a Widow, you need to play close range like a Tracer and go on your flanks. Soldier is all about the angles. And lastly, open up with Helix and then hit your shots. Because if I decide to hit my shots and then Helix, it gives them time to go behind cover, and that way I kind of lose my burst damage, but also I have to go from hit scan aim, projectile aim, to hit scan aim, which is just a little bit messy. It makes things a little bit easier. Also, you bounce them in a predictable arc when you hit the Helix at their feet. Other heroes get bounced more, like if I do Tracer. Like, she gets bounced a pretty significant amount. Alright, that's about all I got for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Appreciate you sending the bud.